Welcome back to Inspired Dishes. Today is going to be a little bit different. Like I said, this is a food channel, so probably will be eating like a little snack. It's not a review or anything. By the title, you know, it's about my brain aneurysm testimony. It's going to be part 1. I talked about this a few years ago on my other channel. However, recently I felt led to talk about it again on this channel. So I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't really want to talk about it unless it's like I got food, because you know it's a food channel. So yeah, like I said, a little snack. I know a lot of people, especially from my other channel, if some follow this channel, they know. People that don't know only on this channel, they don't know. I did reveal just a teensy bit, I think on one of my birthday vlogs, and I explained a little bit about my cane. However, I didn't really get into detail about what happened and different things like that. So that's what I'm going to do for you now. Starting back, it happened April 9th, 2015. But just to backtrack, a few days before, I was pregnant and I was going to have my second child. My oldest is like a year and a half apart. My son, then my daughter. I was pregnant with her and I was going to have her in a few days. Now, to the date, I'm about to have her. Everything was great. You know, it was a C-section. I healed. Actually felt like it was better than the first time, because the first time I was new to it being cut, you know, open, and if you know who had a C-section, yeah, that recovery is like, So, but the second time around, it was actually, you know, okay, you feel me, compared to the first time. So everything, the recovery, everything was good. So when I got back home, my kid's father went to get the medicine for me, because you know you gotta take pain medicine. They prescribed 2 medicines. I know he told me when he came back, he was like, the pharmacist said, be careful how you take the medicine, or just be careful with the medicine. It was something in that nature. Me back then, you know, I was a little hard-headed, I'm not gonna lie. It says in the Bible, stubbornness is like witchcraft. When somebody say, oh, that person is stubborn, that's not a good thing. Get rid of that attribute. It's not of God. But yeah, I didn't listen. So for some reason, I don't know, when I was in the hospital, they could have given me the medicine. I think it was given me like 2. I think it was like every 4 hours. But you know, in the hospital, it could be a different dosage or a different medicine that they prescribe. So you're okay. But for some reason, I thought at home it would be like the same. I took the medicine every 4 hours, both of them. Just to backtrack, my baby was home. I was home now. So about 2 or 3 days before I had the aneurysm, I was breastfeeding. My chest was sore. However, you know, if you're breastfed before, you know if the baby latched on incorrectly, that it can cause tenderness and soreness. However, I was like a pro, because, like I said, my first baby was a year and a half apart, and I breastfed him. Only reason why I stopped, like, I think I breastfed him to like 14 months. The reason why I stopped like kind of soon like that, because I found I was pregnant with my other child. So yeah, so I knew how to, like, you know, let the baby latch on and everything is like that. So I knew that was an issue, but I was very sore. Like, it was to the point I could barely even feed my baby, you know, with my breast. I was that sore, but I still managed to do so. I go down a little bit, like the pain, it did subside just a little bit, so, you know, I was able to like manage longer. So now the day, April 9th, 2015, I was breastfeeding my baby. I took my pain medicine because I was like just a little bit in pain, not too much. That day I didn't eat. It was like morning type, afternoonish type, like in the middle. And that's not really like me. I love food. I ain't gonna go without food, but I really didn't have an appetite to even really eat. So a little bit after that, like an hour or so after that, I started to get like a very bad migraine headache. It was like up a notch. And then also too, I was very hot and dizzy. So it's like dizziness, being extremely hot. So I was like, okay. So I tried to get in contact with the doctor who delivered. It was so hard, I couldn't get into contact with him. So finally, my kid's father, he got in contact with one of his relatives, and they were actually able to get in contact with my doctor. So they called back and they pretty much told him to tell me with the medicine that I'm taking, I gotta make sure I eat something, put something on my stomach. And like I said, I didn't eat nothing that day. So I said, okay then, I popped in a TV dinner. It could have been spaghetti TV dinner, if I'm not mistaken, but I know I popped in a TV dinner, ate it, and I actually started to feel somewhat better than what I felt a few minutes ago. So I said, okay, I don't ate, maybe that was the issue. Shortly after, I can't remember the time frame, I started to get hot and dizzy again. So I said, okay then, it's kind of weird. So my kid's father told me to get an ice pack because we actually had an ice pack in our freezer. I think I wrapped something around it, or I could have even just used it bare. Usually when you have ice like directly on your skin, they tell you to put something around it so it won't be exposed directly to your skin. So I don't remember if I had it wrapped up or not. The point is, I put it to my head to cool me down. Like I said, I was very hot and dizzy. So I sat down, I put it to my head.